The 2014 American rescue mission in Syria was a mission to rescue 24 foreigners, including 2 American journalists, held by the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant during the Syrian Civil War. U.S. forces launched an operation in an attempt to rescue them. Operation. On 4 July 2014, after midnight, U.S. airstrikes were conducted against the ISIL military base known as the Osama bin Laden camp. At the same time, 24 Special Operations members parachuted from helicopters near an ISIL building for high-valued prisoners. After landing on the ground, the soldiers blocked the main road towards Raqqa and assaulted the prison. However, no prisoners were found in the building. They then conducted house-to-house searches in Raqqa. At this time, ISIL forces from Raqqa started to arrive and a 3-hour firefight ensued. During the fighting, militants also directed RPG fire at U.S. aircraft but missed. Eventually, U.S. forces came to the conclusion that the hostages were no longer at the site and abandoned the rescue attempt. At least 5 ISIL militants were killed and a U.S. soldier was wounded. Jordanian forces were also reportedly involved in the operation, with 1 Jordanian soldier also wounded, but this was not confirmed. Later, it was reported the hostages had been moved 24 hours before the attempted rescue. It remained unclear whether the operation failed due to incorrect intelligence or if ISIL forces had been alerted in advance of the mission. Aftermath. Over a month after the operation, the American journalist James Foley was executed. In the following weeks and months, American journalist Stephen Sotloff and aid worker Peter Casey, as well as British aid workers David Haynes and Alan Henning, were all executed. ISIL also held British journalist John Cantley, who they used for propaganda purposes. The story of the raid was broken by Raqqa is being slaughtered silently, a group of citizen journalists exposing ISIL atrocities. The disclosure of the failed hostage rescue attempt of James Foley and Stephen Joel Sotloff has been criticized by Congressman Buck McKeon, among others, claiming that carrying out similar U.S. military operations in the future would face greater risk. State Department spokeswoman Marie Harf said that the operation was disclosed by the White House after consultation with the Pentagon and because news media were already preparing to leak the story.